It is the differentiation of algebraic functions. So first, we have the constant rule. Laging tatandaan, the derivative of constant is 0. Okay? So we have here 2, 1/5. So ano man yung number na yan, pi, -5, +5, fraction man siya, the derivative of any constant is always equal to 0. Okay, next, we have our power rule na tinatawag. Sa ating power rule, sabi niya, the derivative of the power of a function is equal to the power multiplied by the function raised to the power -1. So, parang hirap intindihin. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun, okay, we have our x here raised to n. Okay, so ganito lang siya. D over dx. Okay, the derivative of x raised to n is just this one. We have our x. Tapos itong n na ito, ibababa lang natin siya. Ayan. Ilalagay natin siya sa baba. Tapos, yung n na yan, which is our exponent, minus 1. You will bring down the exponent. So, that will become n times x. Tapos, yung exponent mo, minus 1. Paano naman kapag x lang? Ganito naman yan. Diba? Derivative of x. Alam natin ang exponent niyan ay 1. So, pag binaba natin yan, that will be 1 times x. So, this is our n. 1 is our n here. Ito ay ang ating n. So, ibababa natin siya dito. And then, 1 minus 1, that is 0. And we know that x raised to 0 is equal to 1. Let us go back first dun sa SAS number 4 natin. Take a look at this one. We have our f of x is equal to x squared minus 5x. Ngayon, pag nire-write natin yan, that is y is equal to x squared minus 5x. Ngayon, pag in-apply natin yung ating rule na nasa SAS number 5, so y, that will become y prime. And then, ibababa lang natin itong exponent dito sa tabi ni x. So, that will be 2x. And then, our n is 2. So, 2 minus 1 will become 1. So, that is just basically raised to 1. And then, minus 5. Kasi, di ba yung ating x, derivative of x is just equal to 1. Now, let us check. Ito yung sagot natin. Tama? 2x minus 5. And here, dito sa ating 3-step rule, ang lumabas ay 2x minus 5. So, kapag alam natin kung ano yung mga iba't ibang formula sa pag-differentiate, it will be easier for us to get the derivative. So, ganun siya. Ganun natin siya i-apply. Okay, so punta naman tayo. The constant multiple rule. Okay, pag constant multiple rule naman, ang gagawin mo lang dyan, yung constant, ilalagay mo lang sa labas. Tapos, i-apply mo itong rule number 2 natin kanina, which is yung nandito sa taas. So, let's take a look at this example. The derivative of 5x squared is equal to 5. So, nilabas natin yung constant na 5. And then, kukunin natin yung derivative naman ng x squared, which is, ito, 2x raised to 2 minus 1. Tapos, alam natin na 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So, that is 10 times 10x. Okay. Kasi itong x raised to 2 minus 1 is equal to x raised to 1, which is simply x. Okay, so ganyan natin siya ina-apply. Okay, let's take a look at the next rule. We have here the sum and difference rule. Okay, so we have the sum or difference rule. So, ang sinasabi lang yan, the derivative of the sum or difference of two functions is equal to the sum or difference of their derivatives. So, gawin nyo lang is, kunin nyo lang yung derivative. Okay, derivative ng first function ninyo and then derivative of the second function. Tapos, apply nyo lang yung summation or kunin nyo lang yung kanilang difference. Okay, so tignan natin ito example na to. We have the derivative of quantity 4x plus 5. So, kunin muna natin derivative of 4x, that is simply 4. Ito, derivative of 4x is just 4. And then the derivative of a constant is, di ba ito ay 0. So, the answer here is 4 plus 0, which is 4. So, quotient rule naman tayo. Ang ginagawa natin dyan, the derivative of the quotient of two functions is equal to the denominator multiplied by the derivative of the numerator minus the numerator multiplied by the derivative of the denominator, all divided by the square of the denominator. So, parang ang hirap intindihin. So, ganito lang yan. Okay. Very common na mnemonic. Ito, para madali nating matandaan. So, isa-isahin natin. So, our numerator is tatawagin nating high kasi nasa taas siya. Yung denominator, tawagin nating low kasi nasa baba. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, kunin natin itong low, ayan yung low, times the derivative of the high. So, low times the derivative of the high or the numerator. Minus, yung high naman, tapos i-multiply mo naman siya ngayon dun sa derivative ng low. Tapos lahat yon i-divide mo sa denominator squared. Okay, so try natin. So we have our example here. So the derivative of 3x plus 2x all over 5 minus 3x. So this is our low and this is our high. Sabi doon, the low times the derivative of the high. So ang low natin is 5 minus 3x. Ito siya. Times the derivative of high minus our high times the derivative of our low, which is 5 minus 3x. Ito yon. Tapos, lahat ay i-divide natin sa low squared. Then, we just simplify everything. Perform natin yung ating derivative. And then, after that, we will simplify everything and we will arrive to this answer. Okay, so, isa-isahin natin. So, we have our 5 minus 3x. Ito siya. And then, the derivative of 3 plus 2x, we know that derivative of 3 is 0. Derivative of 2x, we know that the derivative of 2x is just 2. So, 2 plus 0, 2 lang yon. Okay, next. We have the high, 3 plus 2x, ito yon, times the derivative of our low. Okay, we know that the derivative of 5 here is 0, kasi yung 5 ay constant, minus 3x. So, derivative of negative 3x is simply 3. Or negative 3, I should say. So, ito yung nandito. Ayan. And then, the low is squared na nakalagay kanina. Copy lang natin yan. So, after that, we just simplify everything. Ito yung lalabas. Okay. So, after that, simplify ulit siya. Okay. And we will arrive to 19. Paano tayo nag-arrive dyan? We have here minus 6x. We have plus 6x here. So, cancelled out yan. And then, 10 plus 9, that is 19. Here, we remain our denominator. So, that is our answer. Okay, next. We have the product rule. Pag product rule naman, ito lang yung gustong sabihin yan. Ito yung first function mo, ito yung second function mo, u and v. So, parang ito yung u mo, ito yung v. So, this is your u, this is your v. So, ang sinasabi lang ni product rule ay kunin mo yung u, yan. Tapos, i-times mo siya or multiply mo siya sa derivative ng v. So, derivative ng v. Tapos, plus, okay, plus, baliktad naman. Kukunin mo si v, tapos, kukunin mong derivative naman ay si u. Okay. So, apply natin. We have here our 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 5. Kunin natin ang derivative niyan. Tandaan, this is u, this is v. So, ito siya, u, ito yung v. So, una natin gagawin, first, yan, yung u, times the derivative of the second, v. Ito yon, derivative of 2x minus 5 plus, okay, plus v, this is our v, 2x minus 5 times derivative of the second. This is d over dx, 3x minus 1. Okay, so applying our differentiation, so stay muna si 3x minus 1. Derivative of 2x is 2. Derivative of 5 is 0. So we will just have 2. Ayan yun. Plus, ito naman yung v natin, retain yan, ito, si 2x minus 5. And then the derivative here of 3x minus 1 is 3. And then we simplify everything, ito, and we will arrive at this answer, 12x minus 13. Okay, so let's move on. So for 3 functions, so meron na tayong function na u, function na v, function na w. So ang gagawin lang natin, kunin mo muna yung huling dalawa, ayan, vw. Tapos, kunin mo naman yung first at last. Tapos, ang kunin mong derivative yung gitna. And then, lastly, i-add mo naman ito. Yung first 2 terms mo, uv, kunin mong derivative yung last naman. Okay, so just remember the pattern. Okay, in a special case when u is equal to c, if c is a constant, okay, 5 or yung ating equation 5 and 6 sa taas kanina will become this one. Okay, so ayan lang yung sinasabi ko kanina na itong constant ilalagay lang natin sa labas. Tapos kunin natin yung derivative ng function na katabi niya. Okay, so ito yung example, 5x raised to 4. So nilabas yung 5 and then kinuha yung derivative ni x raised to 4. Okay, paano naman kapag hindi siya multiplication? Sa taas kasi kanina, c times v. Ito, c times v. What if naging c over v? Anong gagawin natin? So ang gagawin lang natin dyan, sa numerator natin, we will have negative c or yung negative constant natin times yung derivative naman ng denominator. Okay, over yung denominator squared. So, try natin. Okay, so we have here 5 over 3x minus 2. Derivative of 5 over 3x minus 2. So, gagawin natin, c is our 5. Okay, so ito yun. Minus 5. Diba? Tandaan, minus c. So, minus c minus 5. And then, get the derivative of the denominator. Ayun. Derivative of 3x minus 2 over 3x minus 2 quantity squared or our denominator squared o yung kanina na low squared. Then after that, okay, kunin natin yung derivative ni 3x minus 2. So, ang derivative ni 3x ay just 3. Derivative ni negative 2 ay 0. So, may iwan doon ay 3. And then, we have here our minus 5. Nandito siya. So, multiply lang natin yan. We will have our answer here, negative 15. Retain ang ating denominator. So, that is your y prime. Okay, next, we have the derivative of a function. Okay. Ito naman, ito yung tinatawag natin na power rule. This is very helpful. Okay? Derivative of x raised to n. So, ganun lang siya yung kanina. Ibababa mo yung iyong exponent n, baba mo exponent n, and then n minus 1. So, babawasan mo yung exponent. So, try natin dito. So, example, y is equal to x raised to 5. So, we will have dy over dx or y prime is equal to 5x kasi bababa natin dito yung 5. So, we will have 5x and then the exponent 5 ay ima-minus 1 natin. So, we will have 5x raised to 4.